Hello everybody. Today I'm going to talk to you about experience. Learn from your experience. Now, each of us have experiences at different things at different levels. But what is the learning we take from each experience that helps us to become better people? Now, for example, if a person who is already on the job has a negative thought about himself, and he thinks that I am the problem of a particular tension or a particular situation in his office. If he feels that I am the problem and he decides to quit the job, who is the loser? He is the loser because he is losing a job only because of his thoughts, which may not be even true. Without exploring, without finding out, he decides to quit the job because it's easier to always let go. It's easy to walk out of any situation, but it's very difficult for us to stay in the situation, learn from our experience. Nobody is perfect. It's okay to make mistakes. Through those mistakes, you learn to become a better person. So each experience actually helps us to build our personality. Looking further, instead, the same person could have thought, what is the problem? Next, what is the cause of the problem? Why? Why did the problem occur? What could have been done? How can I change it? If the person had to reflect on that process, he would not have been in a situation to quit the job. Instead, he could have actually listened to the experience of people who already worked on this particular project or particular assignment. He could have read testimonies. He could have spoken to people, or he could have even introspect. Introspect means the ability to reflect on one's own doings, on one's own behavior, to understand, like to think, today I got up, I met these persons or these people, and was I rude to that person? Did I do the right thing? Did I accommodate what was required? So then you realize, oh no, I should not have shouted at that beggar this morning. I should not have done that. Instead, I could have given her a few rupee, or I could have not said anything. I could have not given anything. I could have just kept silent. So when you reflect on yourself, it is called introspection. So introspection helps us to become different, better people, better person, better development as an individual. And for this, we need experiences. Experiences doesn't, include only the professional ones. No. Do you have an experience of going to a PT class at school? Yes. Do you have an experience of going to the kindergarten? Yes. Do you have the experience of ever wearing a school uniform? Yes. Every little thing is an experience. It is what we pick out from those experiences as to be negative or positive. Now, looking at the 4 stages of learning. Why I'm saying learning? Because from experience, we learn. It is up to us. Yeah, and look at the 4 stages. The first stage says concrete experience, where we are involved in the process. Concrete experience means involvement. For example, you are asked to carry out a research study where you have to involve yourself, go meet individuals, give them the questionnaire, give them time to fill up, collect it back. And there will be some times where the participants do not even respond to you. They wouldn't even look at your face. They wouldn't even give you the papers back, or they wouldn't take the papers in the first place. So all this is experience. You understand a social learning there, that all people are not the same. All people do not respond in the same, likewise in a particular situation. Maybe they do not like the topic of research, or maybe they do not have the time. There are various other factors. So instead of getting annoyed with them and instead of, being sulky, we should learn from that experience. Next, reflective observation. See, watch people, watch things. So which I just told you. And when you watch people, you tend to learn a lot. You tend to learn, and as a process, you try to use active experimentation. You tend to use it. Looking at the same example where the students, were sulking, they were not willing to cooperate for the research study, I learned from it. And tomorrow when I meet a researcher and I'm given a questionnaire to fill, it's up to my choice whether to behave the same way, to imitate, to sulk, or instead to positively cooperate. So it's an experience which once I was a researcher and I was treated like that. today there's somebody else as a researcher, so let me not give that negative experience to them. So that's how we tend to learn from our experience. And the last one is abstract conceptualization. You use experience, like when I did this, these things happen. So if I do this, this will happen. So you learn from it. I would like to also share with you one encounter where I went in for a business meeting, and after meeting, we went to a particular shop for a particular hotel for food. And we were just 3 people, and we ate whatever we require. But we got a bill which was quite pricey, which did not even strike me at the first place. So for dignity's sake, when the bill came to me, I just looked at the total amount and I placed my card on it, and it went for processing, and I got the card back, and we grabbed the bill. And we didn't grab the bill, we grabbed the payment, the payment, the slip which denoted payment made. We only grabbed that and we walked out of the hotel. But later on, as we were driving back home, my colleagues were asking about the bill, and I told them that this was the amount, and they were really taken aback. So I even showed them the slip that this is what we paid. And they were all really surprised, because we were calculating the bill on an economic range, or even little higher, but to know where our bill could reach the amount I paid. So then we were able to visualize and understand that hotel was a quite small one, and it was a busy place. There were many other families having food, and the servers, the waiters were not constantly the same guys. For example, the guy who gave us the order did not serve us the food. The guy who brought us the bill was totally different. So we clearly came to a conclusion that the bill which we paid was not ours, it was somebody else's bill, because 3 people cannot eat for 2,000 plus. And it did not strike me to run through the items, to know the cost of each item. So ever after that incident, when I go to the hotel, I always leave all that pride, that prestige part of not looking at, I leave everything aside. I look at the bill. I try to understand whether I'm paying for what I ordered, whether what I'm paying is for what I ate. I check the bill. So that was one learning experience which I follow for my lifetime, and I would recommend you to do the same. So this is a learning experience. I had a bitter experience once, and after that, I don't repeat it. And another incident was where a mango vendor, he keeps, giving all praises, all adjectives for his mangoes, for people to buy. He's displaying all the fruits, he's packing it in smaller bags and giving it on an offer price, but people are not willing to buy. So heavily, discouraged, what he decided to do is, he took out one fruit from his basket and he just wiped it with his towel, and then he bit it. He gave the mango a little massage, made it very nice and soft, and then he bit it on the top, and the way he started enjoying his mango, relishing it, and giving those sounds that go along when you eat a full mango yourself, like nobody is watching. And then he washed his hand and he continued selling his mangoes. And believe me, I've seen people who bought bags and bags of mangoes from him, because they observed him, how he enjoyed that one fruit. So this actually tempted people to buy more. So people learn by watching. They watch you don't have to experience it. By watching another person's experience itself, you can learn. That's the second one. And the third one is, always we think that we go to school to become, somebody bombastic or somebody very successful. No. School only gives us experience. Let it be good, let it be bad. But school life is a world of experiences. It can be experience where you were put to shame, experience where you were remarked on your personality, experience where you were appreciated, experiences where you were applauded, experiences where you were not appreciated, you were not condemned, but you were on the middle category. But every experience of your school life has given you an experience to things, because you learn from whether you like it or not, automatically we learn. The point is, we have to deliver that learning at the right place to have a fruitful personality. Because to be cheated, you need to experience that. To be kind, you need to you need to see somebody being kind, only then you can experiment it. You can do it, you can demonstrate it to somebody. So life is full of experiences, and we have to take the opportunity of learning from our experiences. And also, we should try to build on those experiences and not be mournful about it. I hope you keep in mind about to check your hotel bills whenever you consume food, and always appreciate people who are ready to invest on you, like the vendor. He's not going to make a good commission of tax or VAT, whatever, he's going to give you direct sales. So you are also benefiting. So we should try to, support each other in their process of growing. So this, somebody may watch us. Like, for example, if there's some gypsies selling some things, out of dignity, we don't tend to buy. But the same material or the same, item, we go to big malls and we pay tax and we buy it. So what are we doing? We are failing to promote the smaller community who's largely depending on outdoor sales. So let us not look at prestige and look at dignity. There's nothing like that. Everything is an experience. Somebody may watch you and they may follow you. So life is all about experiences, and I hope you had a wonderful experience listening to me. Thank you.